on one.
You talking about 2 engines or 2 mowers?
2 mowers.
Oh, okay.
2 mowers. My motor mounts broke. All 4 motor mounts broke at once on this one out here I got right now.
Yeah.
I called SLE. They said they'd never had a motor mount break one time, and they have everywhere else has grade 8 bolts.
Yeah.
Supposedly this right here had grade 9 bolts in it. Why would it be grade 9 bolts in that engine?
I don't know what mower was it?
2100Z.
2100.
Yeah.
Did you ever get it? Did you ever get any like engine work done to it?
No.
So the engine's never been off.
As far as I know, it never happened.
Gotcha.
I bought it brand new here.
Okay, so you bought it brand new?
Yep.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's all 4 sheared off, and then at the same time, they all broke.
Yeah, I've never had. I've had maybe one, but not on the Ferrises. I've had some break off on some of the Kohler engines, but I hadn't had.
But not all 4 at once.
No.
Then the mower I bought from y'all last year, the wheel motor, had a seal inside of it that's gone out. I got it in natural hydraulic right now.
Yeah.
Waiting, it's going on 7 weeks trying to get it fixed.
Yeah.
My PTOs went out now. None of these motors have over 900 hours on them.
Yeah.
Not one of them. Now my PTOs went out on this mower right here. Then also I had the wrong lug nuts on both motors when I bought them. You know, they had X-mark lug nuts instead of Ferris lug nuts on there. And so, I mean, that makes it almost impossible to wheel off because it's the wrong threading. Of course, threading, fine threading. Then the idler arm falls off. I'm just trying to grasp how I've had many Ferris mowers in the past. I've never had this many problems.
Yeah.
Out of a lawnmower, or out of lawnmowers in this amount of time.
Right.
Y'all have any explanation of how this shit could go wrong?
I don't. We hadn't had any issues like that. Period. I hadn't had no idler arm mess up. I hadn't had the lug nuts and stuff. I have no idea about that. I mean those come straight from the factory. We don't touch them. You know, they come.
You put the lug nuts on.
Do what?
You put the lug nuts on, don't you?
No. Those things come rolling, dude. Those come. All we do is hook the battery.
They come with the wheels on.
Yeah. Those things come rolling. They come ready to go. All we do is put the roll bar on and hook the battery up, put gas in it, see you later.
They come pre-filled oil?
Yep. We don't put oil in it either.
Because I contacted Ferris about this, and they said all theirs have grade 8. That's all they ever use, grade 8 bolts for their engine, motor mount. And I don't know where that came from. I don't understand. It's almost impossible to drill them out. I was able to fix it, but I mean, we're looking, probably $1,500 if I had to take it somewhere to fix it.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, is there any, he hadn't had nobody else that had any of these problems?
Never. And if they have, they've never heard. They never said anything. I hadn't had one mower come in that with an idler arm issue on the that's but I mean I'm talking.
What's the problems with all the motors up there?
Some of them have a belt that came off. Some have bearings that came off. Some have a spindle assembly that's busted.
But nothing major.
I've got one idler arm out there, but the reason it's broken is because the guy messed it up himself trying to put a belt on. He twisted it the wrong way.
This gentleman needs the number of that guy that. There we go. Appreciate it. All right. You're more than welcome. All right.
I've had Ferris lawnmowers for years, never had no problems out of them. That's all I had problems out.
Yeah.
Every day is something. I've been going driving and motors dies.
Yeah.
Just dies. I have no idea.
There could be a fuel issue. It could be a safety switch issue.
Yeah, I know. When you get to 900 hours, I mean, that's when things usually sometimes start going wrong. But I wouldn't think, all these things would go wrong.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just trying to find an answer or some reason or some way that it would.
I mean, that'd be a Ferris question. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, we sell them over, but there's not one thing that is a consistent issue in my mind that I've seen.
Well, I'll tell you, your brother told me that y'all had many break, motor mounts break.
I don't know the Ferrises. That's what I was telling you. Some of the Kohler engines, we've had some motor mounts break on Kohler Courage engines, and then some of the Kawasaki. But I mean, we're talking mowers that have had hours and hours and hours on it.
I mean, how many hours do you see a mower have before the PTO goes out?
Oh, I've seen mowers with 10 hours on it. PTO goes out. I've seen mowers that have 1,000 hours on it that still having the first PTO on it. It's a wear and tear item. I mean, there is no, hey, this PTO clutch is going to last you this amount of hours, 100%.
Well, what about a wheel motor? What's the odds of a wheel motor going out? I mean,
That's another thing. That's
they're almost indestructible. I mean,
dude, we replace those things all the time.
wheel motors?
Yes, that pump and wheel motor is it's a hydraulic system that when it is used, I mean, you may get 3,000 hours out of one, you may get 500 hours out of one. I mean, that's just the part of the game. It's just like
Are these parts being made? They're not made in America, I imagine.
I
They're
don't
made in
know.
Mexico. I mean,
heck, I don't know. I don't buy the part. I mean, I buy the parts, but I don't make them. I get them from Paris. Hydro Gear makes hydro pumps. Parker usually makes wheel motors.
wheel motors. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why.
So wherever their manufacturers are, I get them straight from the manufacturer, and wherever they make them, that's their deal.
And once you've done,
There's no way around it. I mean, it's not like you can. Well, I don't want a hydro gear pump. Okay, well, good luck finding one that it's going to work.
Right. Well, the hydro gear pump that I have on my 3100, just so happen it's the only one that don't have a plate. All the rest of them have plates when you take them apart, and this one has a plate built inside of it.
Gotcha.
And so therefore it's almost obsolete. You almost have to buy that new
Yeah.
one. But luckily there's just a little spring inside there with the plastic. And they used to have a metal ball inside of it. Now they got a plastic ball, and that plastic ball, 2,800 pounds of psi, it scores it and allows.
Well, if you know Ferris now, Ferris is all going to hydro gear transmissions instead of pumping wheel motors.
Transmissions. So instead
They're getting rid of that, like 3,200 now. Has 5,400 transmissions in them. They're not doing pumps and wheel motors anymore. But you want to pick up your trimmer? Go out to the shop. We got the carburetor in today. See if it's ready. Just go out there to the shop and see them.